Like, I already told you I didn't want to do this, but I was trying to make you happy. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, Life with Dario. I am Dario for anybody that is new. If you are new here, hey girl, hey. I definitely hope you consider subscribing because I know you're definitely gonna like it here. Definitely don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so that we can continue to grow this family. Hi you guys, happy 2025, happy new year. May this new year be filled with plenty of blessings for you all. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I did not know what I wanted my first video of the new year to be, but I definitely knew like I couldn't just jump into content because I took a break. We are gonna touch on that in this video, but I was like, what can I do? And I was like, perfect, let's do a life update video because some things have happened, a lot of good things, thank God. And I just wanted to tell you guys, so let's get into it. Now, the first thing that I want to touch on, you saw it in the title, yes, I canceled my wedding. And there's a lot of reasonings as to why I canceled my wedding, but I wasn't as sad about it when I finally did cancel my wedding as I thought I was going to be. I was actually very proud of myself and very happy that like I finally did something for me that was going to make me happy. Now, let's go back to when I first told you guys about me getting engaged and about me planning my wedding. I never really wanted a wedding at the time that I was planning to have a wedding. My husband, now I can say that, yes, y'all, my husband, my man. My husband and I had originally agreed that we were just going to do something small this year, and God willing, when it's time and we revisit, we'll think about doing something bigger later on. But when you get married and you have people involved, people start encouraging you to do stuff, people start getting in your head and you start feeling bad. And then my wedding started to not feel like it was about me anymore. I felt like my wedding was becoming about everybody else. I was people pleasing, trying to make everybody else happy, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not happy with how any of this is going. So I remember after several conversations with my therapist, love you down, and after several conversations with my husband, and venting and complaining to everybody, I was like, you know what? I'm done. I have to do this for me. I don't want to have a wedding right now. First off, if you have ever been married, planned a wedding, you know for a fact, weddings are expensive. The vendors upcharge on every freaking thing. The moment you tell somebody you're having a wedding, it's like, oh, you're having a wedding? Oh yeah, that $500? Yeah, no, that's not for this type of event. That's 10K right there. I'm telling you now, like, it was just so absurd how much people were like raising their prices. And I'm like, you're doing the same thing. Just because it's a wedding now, all of a sudden you think like, oh, people just have money to throw out and dish away places. And I'm just like, no. This is just, it was just too much. Like, I wasn't happy after a while. Like, and that was one of the biggest reasons why I kept taking so many breaks from like content creation, because I was just so stressed out. I was so overwhelmed. I was like over life. I wasn't even happy anymore. Like, I wanted so many other experiences with wedding planning that I don't feel like personally I was getting. Like, I wanted the bridal shower. I wanted to have an engagement party. I wanted to like do a bachelorette trip, and I didn't feel like that was happening for me. And I'm like, I need to put a pause on this, and when God places the right people in my life, we'll revisit this. When finances look different, we'll revisit this. Because when you're trying to also ask other people for help to plan your wedding, you're pretty much moving at their time. And when they feel like giving you the money, that's when you're gonna get the money. And I'm like, honey, no, I don't operate like this. I would rather just not have the wedding at all right now, and later on then we could talk about having a wedding. So after several months of going back and forth, I'm talking about, y'all, I already done paid for my dress, everything. We had so many things. My husband has his suit. It was like we were, you know, knocking things off. I had bought my wedding shoes. We had got his wedding shoes. We were doing everything that we needed to do for this wedding. And then as we got closer and closer to the due date, first off, we actually pushed the wedding date back. Okay, I think I told you guys that. We pushed our wedding date back, and I was like, okay, this is gonna give us a little bit more time to figure things out. And I was just trying my best to like feel happy with the fact that like I was getting married and about to have this, you know, big old wedding, but it just, I wasn't getting the experience that I wanted. And I'm like a big believer of, if it's not gonna be the way how I want it and I have to pay for something, I just rather not have it until I can make sure that we get as close as possible, because I know things aren't perfect, things aren't always gonna go your way, but it was like the little things that should have been about me. Like, I feel like I should have felt like special. I feel like when I look at other people, and we're also going to touch base on comparison. When I looked at a lot of other people who were getting married and how much their family and friends had stepped up, I didn't have that, and I began to hate the whole thought process of even having a wedding. So I said, why not go back to what we were going to do before? Either go to the courthouse or try to do something very small. Now, we were originally gonna go to the courthouse. I had a whole Pinterest board for the courthouse and everything. And once I finally sat down and I told my husband, this is what I want to do, and you know, this is my man, he gonna make sure, he's like, I was like, I already told you I didn't want to do this, but I was trying to make you happy, but you with this are perfect. So we made that final decision. We canceled it. We had something very beautiful. I'm gonna see if I can put some photos in to show you guys. We had something very beautiful, very peaceful. It was specifically just family minus my one friend. Shout out to you, because he really stepped up to the plate for my wedding. I might do a story time on that day. It wasn't, I don't know if it's considered an elopement, because we had it was my mom, my sister, my grandmother came down, my friend was there, so that was 4 on my side, my husband's mom and brother, and then 2 of his nieces. Like I said, we can get into a whole conversation about that too. So it was about 8 people, and then obviously our pastor was there because he was the one who was our officiant, and then us too. So I don't know if that's still considered an elopement, because there were people there, but honey, when I tell you, we had no debt. The only debt that I have right now is literally just for my dress. That is it. Outside of that, we don't have any big major debt, thank you God, from like what you would have if you had a big wedding. We looked at our finances and I was like, yeah, this is not a smart idea to be trying to pay all this money out of pocket for a freaking wedding that is one day. I'm like, when we have the money to dish and throw away, cool. But I'm like, right now, it's my whole, like, once I got out of that people pleasing era and I was like, I just want to be married to you. I don't care nothing about nobody else. I just want to be married to you, because at the end of the day, that is the one person that I truly have outside of God. And I was like, yeah. So once we both agreed upon that, that wedding was canceled. It was just so beautiful, so peaceful. So your girl's a wife. She's a wife. She's a wife. She's a wife. Existing since 2024 by the grace of God. If only y'all knew how many prayers I prayed to be married to a man like this, how many times I cried, the amount of bad situationships. And I know if I had just listened to how he told us in Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 through 6 about, you know, allowing him to basically take control, trust him with everything, and stop trying to lead on to our own understanding. He will always show us the path. I'm gonna put the verse down there because I know that's not brick by brick what it states. If I had just listened and trusted him and allowed him to lead my life, I feel like half the crap that I had went through, and I know a lot of us can attest to this, I feel like half the crap that I went through, I would have never went through. But either way, I'm a wife. Full left-handed crew for all my wives, whatever. I don't care if you're in a relationship. Shout out to us. We made it. So yeah, your girl's a wife. She's a wife. She's a wife. She's a wife. But yes, you guys. So the next thing that I wanted to touch on is my content and the direction that it's going. After I got baptized in 2023, I had always juggled with the idea of putting more faith-based content onto my platform, because I'm like, I don't want to be one of those like new Christians that's just like, oh my gosh, I'm a Christian. And you know how sometimes some people, they just be ODing. I didn't want to be like one of those people. I wanted to like take my time. And I was like, why am I hiding? Why am I being ashamed? I'm like, I love my father. He has done so much for me. He is always there. I'm like, why am I hiding? So I will be doing a little bit more faith-based content. I am going to try to do vlogs at least once or twice a month, but we are going to start talking a little bit more about like God, like my walk, and like things that I have been going through personally with my walk with Christ. We are going to do, you know, same videos like this, chit-chatting a little bit more. Definitely let me know some of the topics that you want to touch base on, because there are some topics that I've been wanting to speak on for quite some time. So yes, you guys, something else that I want to touch on is your girl has been like taking things more seriously about herself, y'all. I cannot wait to show you guys. I'm actually going to save that, but I have been doing things for me lately. Like, I have been taking like doing the short nails a lot more seriously. Like, I don't know, I've been enjoying pink. Like, y'all, let me show y'all, your girl is enjoying pink. Oh my gosh, you guys, let me insert some clips. I did post a short, so I'll definitely leave that in the description box so you guys can go watch it. But your girl's 29. I just turned 29. It's literally one more year before I turn 30. Do you know how that feels? Oh my gosh. Like, to be almost 30 is like literally a blessing. I remember in the past, like, you know, we would always say if like our cousins or brother was like 30, was like, oh my God. And now that I myself am about to be a part of the 30 club, I'm actually really excited to see what those next several chapters bring. I just, from 28 and above, I don't want to say wasted, but I have learned a lot of life lessons. And one of the biggest things that you guys heard me talk about before was people pleasing. Comparison was another thing. And I will say this, comparison is definitely the thief of joy. That is another big reason why I took a break from social media as well, by the way, is because I would watch other people that would follow me and I would follow them and I would see them go so much more further than I did. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? And I realized one of the biggest problems was I had gotten to the point where I was comparing myself and then trying to create their content, and I was making myself so freaking unhappy. And now that I'm 29, I'm like, I don't have time for these things anymore. Like, I just, my husband always says to me, you have to allow yourself to be happy. You can have a lot of good things going on for yourself in life, but unless you truly allow yourself to be happy, you will never enjoy nothing that you have going on in life. And it is very true. It is very true. And I've learned as I walk into this new chapter of my life of I don't want to be like everybody else. There's only one freaking Darielle, okay? God gave my mom one me, okay? He made me for who I am. There is a purpose for my life. There's a purpose for all of our lives. And I am just excited. Like, I don't know, like I'm changing so much, and that's literally why I've taken breaks too, is I've been doing a lot of personal development because I'm like, okay, I don't want to be the same person anymore. I'm like, I love myself, but I'm like, I don't like where I was going. So I'm like, all right, God, you said allow you to lead us. You give us a free will, but we have to choose you. I am choosing God at the end of the day, and I am excited, you guys. I am truly excited. There was a point in time where I didn't even know if I was going to see the age that I am now. And by the grace of God, I am able to sit in this car and talk to you guys. And yes, you guys, life is just, there's a lot of people who did not wake up and see today, and that's something I'm really teaching myself, reminding myself of every time I start to feel down or sad. Like, girl, you have stuff that a lot of people don't have. You have a car, you have a home. Be thankful. Allow yourself to be happy. You used to pray and cry to have your own apartment. Enjoy that apartment. Like, y'all, I have been like updating my apartment as far as like putting new furniture in there. I don't think I've ever fully given you guys a full like apartment tour. I definitely want to show you guys like my dining room so far, like the upgrades that I have been doing. But like my birthday, you guys, I know I'm kind of like all over the place, but this is just an update video of me just chit-chatting with you guys. For my birthday, I literally received everything that I asked for and more. I didn't ask for a lot this birthday. I didn't really even know what I wanted for this birthday, but I pretty much got what I asked for on this birthday, and it was nice to have. So it's been years since I've did a birthday dinner with like my mom and my sister. So it was nice this year to do a birthday dinner with my mom and my sister being there, because it has been some time. And it was just nice. It was very peaceful. I got to do what I wanted to do. And, you know, just be carefree. Just like live and enjoy my life. And yeah, those are pretty much two of the top updates that I have so far. And I think that's all for right now, you guys. I've been trying out different hairstyles. I'll insert some photos. I tried color recently. I think I've honestly feel like I've outgrown the color stage in my life. I'll insert some photos for y'all. I don't know if y'all seen them. I'm pretty sure it's on my channel somewhere. I used to do colors like it was nobody's business, okay? And I recently did burgundy. It looked too red. People told me it looked nice on me, but y'all let me know. But that is it for today's video. I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. We're gonna work on doing this at least 2 times a week, but we're definitely gonna start off with once a week. So I hope to see you guys in my next video. Stay beautiful, handsome, be blessed. Bye.